Well, I decided it's about exactly a year after I filmed my original video on this tool bag, so I thought I would do a follow-up on it a year later to show how it held up. First thing I wanted to do, I should have done it before, but I didn't have a scale capable of weighing this thing. 49.2 pounds, so basically I'm carrying 50 pounds of tools and tool bag around with me all the time, but that's alright, I need the exercise. But I'll come back, I'm going to get this thing off the scale and we'll open it up and see how things held up. Okay, so open this thing up here. We'll see how things have held up. Pretty good. Everything's filthy and dirty, but that's to be expected where I work. But everything's held together. I still have a huge amount of tools in there. Got a bunch of stuff in here. But on this side here, having any problems with rips or anything, tears. Like I say, I don't carry this thing all the time. A lot of times it's on a end cabinet on my toolbox, but when I do, as you can see, the loops held up just fine. No problem there. I still do have the irritating problem with, as I get about halfway where I need to go, this loop gets looser and looser. I usually pull that thing right up as tight as I can go up to here, and usually by the time I need to go where I need to go, it's cleared out here somewhere. That's kind of a pain, but hey, everything's holding up pretty doggone good overall. That thing's still good. Tape holder still holding tape. Still got my fluke meter in there, holding out all nicely. Still a bunch of tools on this side. Some of them slightly different than it was a year ago, but as I go on, I always get different tools and get rid of some tools. The only thing that I've seen that was a little bit of an issue is the stitching came out in this little band in a couple spots. Of course, I'm pulling these wrenches in and out of here many times per day, so I guess maybe that's to be expected. But overall, really, that's the only thing that I've seen that's been an issue. Still zips up just fine every time. Kind of hard because I got so much junk stuffed in it. Still full of junk in there. There's my, somebody made a comment about my ancient snake. Well, I don't know how ancient it is. I bought it about the same time I bought this tool bag. I got this kind mainly because it has that straight stiff blade on it, and I have a couple specific applications at work where that works really well on. I've got a couple areas on production work that I do where I need to span a couple holes that are a few feet apart that I may or may not have help doing. And also some of the cables that we have are slid into what's called pyro sleeve or fire sleeve. Basically it's a fiberglass sleeve with orange silicone coating on it, and sometimes it's tough to get a regular thin snake push through there. This, unfortunately, this is only 25 feet. Some of the ones I have to pull through are 50 feet or longer, so it doesn't work for that, but it definitely helps out for the shorter ones anyways. But yeah, everything still zips up just fine. Really the only failure at all has just been this stitching right here. So 1 year later, carrying 50 pounds worth of tools with me everywhere. Works great as far as I'm concerned. Now I did buy one of these for my boy for Christmas. He doesn't do the same work I do. He's more into the computer thing. networking. But he puts his laptop in the center there, and he has a bunch of tools out in here and everything. Now he had a problem with his where it's actually ripping right there on the zipper, and he's going to call Klein Tools and let them know about that, and hopefully they'll replace that. I bought that for him at Christmas time, so it's only 2 or 3 months old, but that hasn't happened with mine at all. So it must be just, sometimes you just get a bad one. But yeah, overall, it's been a very good tool bag. I still really like the feature where I can just set that thing down and lay both sides down and open it up and get whatever tool I want rather than digging around like I had to with my other one all the time. So I don't know, I just thought I would do a 1 year on update of this thing, let people know that yeah, it's still going strong.